time around in the race, we're gonna see the standard fastest route for the old bosses. We're not gonna see sharp shot and other stuff like we did earlier this morning. But still, again, this is the fastest way to do the route, so it's gonna be a very, very tough match here. So let's go, guys. We're starting
All
here
right.
right now with the first semifinal of the first All Bets Are Off tournament for Cuphead here. And well, as we can see, both of them are talking here with the old kettle and going to the training room, as Tusi Plus was saying a moment ago.
So you may wonder, Potato's timer was not working, so it's all right. We can use the Luigi's timer. Luigi's second timer is the real time one, so we're going to be using that as an indicator for everyone who's wondering. Um, Important to mention, as Wolf said in chat, the only difference that we see is gonna be in the World 2, as Potato is not gonna pick up the upgrade in the bombs, and Reach is probably gonna pick them up since it's the optimal route. But under that, it's gonna be pretty much the same. And after like the three first battles in World 2, they're probably gonna be in sync.
Yep. Yep, that might be a big difference. So because the bombs can come in very, very handy. It's not just for safety reasons. It's also they do certain bosses faster, especially for Doctor Call. But we'll see how that turns out in a moment here. We see Potato actually killing the potato right here and going into the onion.
Yeah, potato action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetable against vegetable.
Yeah. Can we get some hype in chat for this match? Since this match is probably one of the hypest, I guess, from the community. We both expected these runners to win the whole thing, so I'm pretty sure that everyone in chat is super excited about this one.
Yep. We'll see. I think Potato actually is gonna get a 45, which is the optimal here for the vegetables. I think he did everything for the 45 right there. Yep, that's a 45. Let's see about Luigi. It's gonna be, I expect a very close race all along, actually.
Yeah, those little fights, like, you know, that 1 second that Potato won in this easy fight, I guess, as the root spike is one of the easiest ones. Those little seconds is what will add up eventually and, you know, give the victory to someone. Because I believe that both of them are going to have a really nice race, clean race as well. Commentary's curse. I'm crossing my fingers not to happen anything bad happen to any of these guys. As Potato gets the really good RNG in Frog's fight.
Yeah, and Luigi does as well.
I believe that this is not the fastest RNG, I believe. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's definitely the easiest to get a skip, or I guess get a really good time of 110, 111, I guess, in this fight.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's easier to get the 108 when the Fireflies start first. However, it needs to be only 3 Fireflies and not 4 Fireflies. And you might need to take a little bit of damage to make it more consistent. And also, you need not to have the bulls like Potato is doing at the very end. Like the bulls, as we can see, he needed to use the pea shooter for most of the attack to make it safer. Luigi is opting out to stay in front of the boss anyway. He doesn't care about the bull right there. He wanted to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah, both of them got the exactly same RNG in the last phase. Pretty sure they're gonna finish pretty much at the same time. I guess Luigi has a better time there because, I mean, he got the frogs again, but it doesn't really matter what you get in the second cycle since you've already done enough damage.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see from the score screen.
I think Luigi's gonna get 111. Okay, 112. And Potato got a 114. So again, like Tusi was saying, minor seconds that are gonna keep adding up for the very end.
Yes, who's going to take more risks, who's going to be more aggressive. This category is all about using spread. So spread is short, ranged weapon. So you have to be pretty much on the face of the actual boss. So the one who's going to be more bold is going to win the race pretty much.
Yeah, I remember someone was comparing a spread shot with like a shotgun, which is pretty much the case. It does like many different little bullets, and the closer you are, the more damage it does. Oh, Potato taking a death here.
Yeah, that death, fortunately for him, it's the Goopy fight, so he didn't really lose that much time compared to some other fights. But Luigi is gonna take the lead. It's gonna be about 15 seconds to 20 seconds later. Um, he got Craster from the RIP plate, the graveyard, the grave plate, whatever that is. Uh, but as I said, it will cost him about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So Luigi takes a lead, but it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, from all deaths that you could take, Goopy, even if it was at the very end of Goopy, is one of the less costly deaths because Goopy is just a fast fight anyway. We can see Potato just kill him in 36 seconds. So yeah, it was somewhere like between 25 to 35, I mean to 30 seconds lost, I would say.
Yeah, of course, it's a little time loss, but it is a time loss there for Potato, so he
Yeah.
definitely needs to step it up. Especially since he's gonna try not to pick up bombs, and sometimes that, if Luigi uses bombs well, he's gonna gain even more time on the airplane levels.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we see both of them going into the very first flying boss here. It can be a very tricky fight sometimes. You need to take some damage to make it as optimal as possible. Luigi opting out to stop shooting for a moment right there, maybe to get that second attack from Hilda right there. He's gonna take
Yeah,
more damage, and oh, he missed
he
that
misses.
bomb.
Yeah, if he actually hit that missile, it would have dealt about ticks of damage with a missile, and he would have skipped completely the Gemini attack and saved probably 4 to 5 seconds there with that. But Luigi missed that missile, and it's going to cost him just a little bit of time. But as I said, that little time is what makes this race really close.
Yeah, and he's having a little bit of issue with bomb management here as well. And I think if Potato gets a good fight here, he might take some seconds again back into this race because Luigi has having a little bit of issues with bomb management and some shooting in certain sections in this boss. And that bomb that he missed, still got a 113. That's still
Oh,
pretty good.
Potato got a really, really nice missile there. As you see, where the UFOs gets spawned out of Hilda, you can fire a missile, and if that missile connects with a UFO, it can actually get stuck there and deal 2 or 3 if it's like a really nice, like a stuck, if the missile stucks well there, extra damage. So that's actually pretty good for Potato. As he gets a 3 second verified. Yeah.
Alright. And one of the very first bosses with super heavy RNG here, Cagney, like him being the last boss in Alan 1, has claimed a lot of runs. So we'll see what's the RNG here. Ideally, what Luigi is getting, it's kind of the attacks that you want. You don't want Cagney to be doing his bullet, rain attack.
Yeah. Potato gets the RNG. Both of them actually get the RNG. I thought Luigi would actually skip to the last phase, but unfortunately for him, he gets that seed RNG. It can be a bit problematic because those little plants can actually mess you up sometimes. So many runners will choose to actually hit him instead of actually hitting the boss. But Luigi had the HP to tank the hits and be done with the fight.
Yep. He's got a really good fight at the end. 45 seconds, it's pretty good. It's actually one of the best times. You usually want that, even if you're trying to do a PV. 45 is really good.
Yeah, I think 43 might be really easy to get. You see Potato getting
Potato
a
got a
42.
42.
I've seen like the best ones, like Wolf, for example, SBD
Mhm.
Wolf, who have gotten a 40, I believe.
A
which
40,
is,
wow, man.
Yeah, which is pretty insane. But yeah, 42, that Potato got was definitely one of the best ones. As you see, he got pretty much bad energy from the beginning, but the rest of the fight was really clean from him. And he saved another 3 seconds to Cagney.
Little by little, cutting that time distance. And I
So,
think we're gonna see different routes here.
exactly.
Like 2C Plus was saying, since Luigi's gonna get the bombs, he's gonna go fight Baroness Bon first. Since it's easier to get the bombs right after Baroness Bon, and I think it's like maybe a second faster also, second or 2 seconds faster.
I believe 2 seconds faster, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha. And well, yeah, so Potato is gonna be fighting Beppy the Clown first. We're gonna see how close or how far they are once they're done with all these three fights. Oh, Luigi here getting the Jawbreaker, not the best one you wanna get.
He got two really good minions, I guess. If he got
Yeah,
the Candy Cone last, he would have been a really happy man there. That is for sure. But he has the HP, and he's gonna stay in Baroness phase now. He's gonna tank all the attacks. He doesn't really care. Oh, he's really lucky because Baroness didn't even attack him.
yep. And while in the other side, Potato is getting a really good Peppy the Clown fight. I think he got the green horse, which is what you want to get. You don't want to see the yellow one because usually, I mean, I think you can kill it in one phase, but it's harder to kill in one phase than the green horse. So,
I believe you cannot do it with the weapons that we have.
oh, okay.
Jason, I've seen uses charge, and you can barely get that. Aspirator has a really, really clean Beppy fight, by the way. That must be like a 110, 109, I believe.
108.
1-8. Yeah, that's really impressive, Beppy.
Potato is like with the turbo button right now.
Yeah, that is for
he
sure.
he's really, really, really wanting to catch up after that death.
So the two runners are a little bit out of sync since they chose to do different routes. So after Luigi is done with Bonbon and no, Luigi is done with Beppy and Potato is done with Bonbon, they're gonna be back in sync.
And we see here one of the tricks that Luigi is using with the bombs. He's doing the bomb to do that very last damage to the status here. Since the damage carries over to the every phase, finishing each of the pillars with the bomb does a little bit more damage. And this phase is gonna be going really fast. I think he's gonna be using the EX attack here. Yep, he does.
Yeah,
Okay.
really quick kill there. As everyone who is new to Cuphead speedruns, and this category in particular, airplane fights in Cuphead are mostly about managing EXs. So you're gonna see these guys know exactly with the patterns that they get, what things they're gonna have to parry, when are they gonna use the bomb, and when are they gonna use the missile. As you see, Potato opts to use the missile when the sarcophagus opens.
And
And
now Luigi is in the very last phase of the genie here.
yeah, a lot of people keep that bomb for safety reasons, but Luigi has 3 HP, so he doesn't really care about it. He uses it immediately just because he wants to gain that missile, extra missile in the end to get the knockout, and he gets the knockout as well.
Yeah. Usually, if you know what you're doing for genie, that very last phase, if you have 3 HP, you can pretty much do it even with your eyes closed, and
Yeah,
nothing's
pretty
really
much.
gonna happen.
Yeah. It can be a bit problematic sometimes if you're at 1 HP, you might be a bit scared, right? But usually
Yeah.
that is not the case. Jimmy is probably one of the easiest boss fights in the game, actually, in this category, funny enough. And one of the most difficult ones in the Legacy with the glitches.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually had a little bit of trouble with genie as a casual player as well.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a problem if with the environment and such, you cannot see some stuff.
Alright, so we see here that both runners are going into the third boss for Island 1. So now Luigi doing Beppy and Potato doing Baroness Bon Bon Bon. He's got the muffin on the first phase. If you get the muffin, ideally you want to see him on the first phase because you don't have the jelly beans on the bottom of the screen. And then the corn candy. So far, two good bosses here for Potato.
Yeah, I think both players actually had really good RNG in this fight because in Beppy fight they got the same one as well.
Yep,
So I'm pretty sure they're really happy about. Oh, and I said that he gets the jailbreaker as well. Nice.
that's pretty much the same RNG actually.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So uh, those little details, as I said in the fights, those little seconds that you can save will actually manage to bring us a winner in this one. So far, Potato has been faster in every single fight, and he had a death on Goopy. Even in Beppy, you see Luigi get a ridiculous 109, but Potato got a 108. So
Yeah.
he's faster in every single fight so far.
Oh man. And while Luigi walks his way to Wally Warbles, he's got a longer way to walk through there. So I think they're gonna be pretty much entering Wally Warbles almost at the same time.
Pretty much at the same time, yeah. So you see that death on Goopy was, of course, it's a death. It will cost you time, but because Goopy is such a short fight, it didn't really cost that much for Potato.
Yep. And just shaving 2 or 3 seconds every fight, he's almost back in this. Let's see how they tackle Wally Warbles here for both of them.
Yeah, Wally Warbles, it's actually kind of interesting. You see Luigi parrying that one. You should always parry at least one pink bird in the beginning to get a bomb as soon as the feather barrage begins. So then, what Luigi has to do is parry another one, as he does right now. And when the little bird phase comes up, he enters those little eggs. And when the eggs close, he's going to have a bomb to take some iframes and kill the little bird faster.
Another parry right there. And they're both having a pretty good fight right now.
Yep, and as I told you about airplane fights in Cuphead, and in this category in specific, is all about managing EXs. So both of them know exactly what they have to do. So
Luigi
another
there
interesting...
with bad RNG at the end, and while Potato got the good RNG, we saw the turkey going to left for Luigi and going to the right for Potato. Ideally, you want it to go to the right just because it's easier to kill that way.
Interesting thing though there. If Potato got the RNG that Luigi got, Potato didn't have the bombs, so he would be in a really difficult spot. He wouldn't be able to do damage unless he damage boost through Wally, and that is really risky.
Yeah, but I think he had 1 HP going into that last phase, so he got pretty lucky.
Yeah, that is for sure. As both of them now are on the dragon, and the dragon is by far the worst boss in this category.
So both runners are flying right now.
Yeah.
Like, this race is going so fast.
Indeed. And despite that one death that Potato had, he has played way better in pretty much every fight, I think except Bonbon and the frogs. So Potato has been doing an exceptional job in my opinion.
Yep, definitely. Luigi not getting the best RNG here with the clouds.
Yeah, what you want from the cloud RNG here is you want some low clouds so that you ride them and then you use spread up close. Luigi didn't really get the best luck there, but as you can see, both of them are at the same time in the third phase of the dragon. Wow. This race is really close now.
Potato is doing a really fast fight here for the dragon.
Yeah, the last phase of the dragon is by far one of the hardest ones for many speedrunners. It's really difficult to dodge everything. Both of them get the knockout. Luigi getting it like half a second faster. This one is a really close one.
They're pretty much synced again.
And again, Potato with a faster fight, and he gets an exceptionally good fight in the dragon. 106, below 1 minute and 10 seconds for Potato. Those little time saves all added up, and now it's an even race despite that one death.
Yep, and it's all up to the Island 3, man. I mean, here, definitely, the fights, there are some super hard fights, there are some easy fights here, but one of the longest boss fights, that's for sure. So if any unfortunate death or something like that happens here, that might cause to determine what's going to happen for the race here. And both entering pretty much at the same time here for Honeybee.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that the boss fights in World 3 are much harder than the three like Beppy, Bonbon, and the Dragon fight in World 2. But what I do believe is that every single one of them is unique. So depending on the style that the speedrunner has, everyone has a boss in World 3 that they think is their absolutely worst.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, we can see the very first one here being Ruby Honeybottoms. I think it's similar to what Green Matchstick is, but instead of going horizontally, you go vertically here. And the platforming here, it's also random, just as with the Dragon.
Both of them got the exact same RNG, so that's pretty good of them. And they're probably gonna get... Oh,
Luigi, man.
Luigi did not calculate that platform there. He thought that it would scroll faster and he got hit by the bomb as Potato gets a really quick knockout before the airplane phase shows up. That is a
Yeah.
really big time loss there for Luigi. Probably like 45-second time loss.
And I think Luigi was gonna get fast kill right after that. It looked like he was
Yeah.
doing a good job.
He was definitely gonna get a fast kill there with that pattern that he got as well. But as we said, the race is not over yet though. The World 3 bosses are unique and weird in some sense, and everyone like in that world can actually cause a run or something. So the race is not over yet. Luigi has to play completely out of his mind, I believe though.
Yeah, Luigi has to play like on point right now. And this
He gets
platforming is not helping for that.
Yeah, oh my god, he got absolutely the worst platform RNG there, and he barely missed the quick kill as well. It was
Oh,
just
like one hit.
yeah, one hit pretty much. That is like really unfortunate.
I think he's gonna be making a little bit of seconds, maybe like 5 or 6 seconds on the next fight because he has the bombs. If he does a good fight, it can be a little bit faster.
Yeah, that is for sure. As Potato moves to the last phase of the robot, and the robot fight in general, in the first phase is not really that difficult. What you really need to do is actually gather 5 EXs, 5 card EXs, to gain a bomb, and then skip the second phase entirely with a new trick. The third phase, though, is a bullet hell, and bullet hells can sometimes be a bit trippy, so it can be difficult. Now, but it is on 1 HP as well.
Yeah, actually, we saw Potato taking a hit right there when he transformed into a bomb, which takes a little bit longer for the bomb to explode right there, and he was down to 1 HP, but he manages to clutch that fight out.
Yeah, not the fastest fighter, but he was on 1 HP. He opted to be slightly more safe. Um, and as you can see, the power of the bombs is in the first phase, and Luigi pretty much killed the middle and the bottom part of the robot instantly with the bombs. So it was that is like about saves about 2 to 3 seconds, I believe, or maybe 4 having the bombs.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit faster. And once you know the fight, I think it also makes it a little bit easier because you're killing 2 sections at the same time, so you don't have to deal with them as longer as with just without the bombs.
Yeah, exactly. As he gets the knockout, that's gonna be a faster fight because of the bomb pickup there for Luigi. Yeah, so 55 compared to the 103 that Potato got, so Luigi saved up 8 seconds,
Yep.
more or less. As Potato is at Sally, honestly, there's not really much to say about Sally. She's probably one of the easiest bosses in the game, even in this category. It can be a bit problematic in the last 2 phases, but if you play like safe, there's no really problem with it.
Yeah. Like he has 2 HP, but last section shouldn't be a problem with 2 HP. He didn't go for like the fast kill there. Oh, but it was still pretty fast though.
Yeah, you don't necessarily. There's like a fast kill strat that you do with 5 P shooter EXs there, but it wasn't really needed. It's not really needed, but it's definitely like easier to do, I guess. But 102 fight there from Potato is a pretty good one. Luigi would probably have close to that. If he does like a damage boost, he might get a 101. He might save like 1 second. Sally fights in general are not really that difficult, so you're not really going to see runners lose a lot of time.
Yeah, they usually go pretty much the same.
Luigi gets a big wave, and you can see that he can actually tank it. The way to dodge the big wave is kill the meteor, jump above the wave, but that loses so much time. As Luigi is going to go for the 5 T-shirt kill, as you see, he gets the kill there easily.
Yep, and I mean, it's still a pretty close race. Even though that big time loss in Honey Bottoms here, they're both gonna be at Werner Berman pretty much at the same time, just different phases. So Potato just has to keep doing what he's doing here to maintain the lead. And Luigi, what he needs right now is just maybe do it a little bit riskier to save that like 1-2 seconds per fight and see if he can bring it back.
Yeah, Werner Vermin fight is actually a weird one in this category. The first phase is actually the difficult one in Vermin. The later 2 phases is not really particularly difficult. There are like some ways, some strats that you can dodge the flamethrower from the tank by using an EX and getting that airtime. Potato gets the knockout. 1 minute fight is not the fastest, but he opted to play a bit safe. As I said, the first phase can be a bit difficult.
Alright, Luigi going to the second phase here without Werman going to the other side of the screen. So I think that's good.
That dodging of the flamethrower you saw from Luigi, using that EX, he's gonna probably... Oh no, he killed the phase really fast.
And here's one of the bosses that RNG can matter a lot. We'll see what board runners get.
Yeah.
Potato going for very risky strats right there.
Yeah, he has to be aggressive right on the face. He gets the dogfishes. They're actually really bad RNG. It's a bit difficult to hit the boss, but he actually does a really fantastic job using the EXs there to gain some airtime. Potato's got the bad RNG somehow with the dogfishes, but he actually did manage to keep doing damage to the boss. He gets a really, really fast phase there. Wow, Potato is on point on that fight.
Yeah, this is an amazing Greeny Bird that he's getting right now. Oh, he almost got the quick kill at the end.
You can get a quick kill there without having the ship do the beam attack. He didn't have enough EXs to do it, but he still had an amazing fight. With a 50-second fight on Briny Beard, everyone's going to be happy about it.
Yeah, of course, a 55-second Greeny Bird. I mean, you're always going to be happy with that. We can see that Luigi also get the dogfish, but in a very different weird pattern because the ball was on top of him, so he couldn't do that much airtime as Potato did.
He's gonna take one more attack, and it's the same attack.
Oh,
that
man.
is really unfortunate because it takes a long time as well to spawn all the fishes.
And he's only 1 HP for the very last phase, so he has to be careful here. And that bolt is gonna be on a weird position. Whoa, whoa. Those dodging skills, man.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the safer strat there. He was about to die, so instead of actually taking the damage, which he couldn't do, you can actually parry the laser and then kill it faster. But he lost 13 seconds because of the RNG in that fight.
It's better to lose 13 seconds than dying right there.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Was pretty close.
As Potato now is in Calamaria phase, Potato did not use the bomb here. I think he's gonna wait for the eels. Yeah, he's gonna wait for the eels, use the bomb, because he didn't really want to deal with it. You can actually use the bomb straight away to dodge the petrifying look from Calamaria, but he didn't want to do that. He's at 1 HP as well. Oh, it's gonna be a really close one. Oh, he barely gets the knockout. Oh, that was really close.
He was pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, he took 2 really unfortunate hits there, but he managed to save the fight, but the fight itself was extremely slow. 116 is not a time that you want to see in Calamaria.
Oh, and we see Luigi here. That was super lucky parries right there. He did pretty much 2 bombs, one right after the other.
Yeah, really lucky there with the RNG, with the fishes and the blow fishes as well. He got 2 quick bombs, and he's probably gonna be having a bomb in the last phase and have a really, really strong. 1 HP as well. This is not looking good. He's probably gonna have the bomb though. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a nice fight for Luigi. Pretty much like 106, 104.
There you go.
That was pretty fast.
So Lindestis, both of the runners have died so far. The difference was that Potato died at Cagney and Luigi died at Honey Bottoms. So that's why Luigi's a little bit behind right now. They were super, super close for a long part of the race. And now, well, they're pretty close.
Yeah, they are
pretty close.
Indeed.
And
you saw Potato.
Uh-huh.
You saw Potato there on the second phase of the train. You can actually 2-cycle that skeleton, but it's not the easiest thing to do. There are like some setups from some really top runners, like SB, I think, the current world record holder, found a really reliable strat to get it. but Potato didn't use that strat, so he didn't really get the cycle. Let's see if Luigi gets face of the train.
Oh. I don't know if he wanted to do that EX right there.
Yeah, he won. It's part of the strat. You kill the pumpkin with that EX, and you do some damage to the skeleton. So you pretty much get that 2-cycle skeleton.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a strat was made by SBD Wolf, the current world record holder. It's a really nice strat there.
That's definitely a new one for me, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he gets a 2-cycle on the skeleton as well. As Potato finishes the fight without taking the hit, 127 is pretty good. Luigi is not having the greatest third phase though. That twin phase from Luigi was not greatest. He was using a lot of the picture instead of the spread, so he lost some time there. As you can see now, in the last phase you want to open the hatch, stay in the edge of the card, use picture, and once the card approaches, you use spread, and you repeat until the train dies.
Alright. So both of them here, well, Potato already into King Dice. Actually, Potato getting a very, very, very good RNG in regards of the heart positioning, because he got one heart on number 2 and another heart on number 4. So that's pretty good, like just to make this fight a little bit safer. Ideally, none of these runners should have any problem with King Dice, but still, having hearts on your way, it's definitely good.
Yeah, that is for sure. The thing with this fight is you want to do number 2, number 4, and number 8. These boss fights, mini boss fights, are by far the fastest. You saw Potato dealing with the chips, the poker chips. Now he's gonna go to the domino fight, which is not the easiest one, but it's definitely a really fast one as well. They don't really have a lot of HP.
Yeah. We see on the other hand, Luigi got a heart on number 8. I think that's still decent enough. He's not gonna go out of his way just to getting hearts. I think.
Nah, these guys are top tier speedrunners. They don't really need that XP. Like if they do anything according to like textbook fights, I guess, as I like to call them, they're not really gonna have a problem. As Luigi is at 1 HP on the poker chips. Oh, that can actually be really rough for him.
It can be really rough indeed, because the domino, if he decides to go to the domino and he doesn't have any EX right now, domino can be a little bit tricky because of the moving floor and the spikes on the side of the screen and also on the bottom. And usually you want EX attacks here for getting a little bit more of air time.
I said that the Dominus fight are not the easiest, but they can actually be a bit tricky, as Mr. Dino said, without having EXs. You see Luigi opting to be slightly safer, so he didn't really go aggressively there. He's on 1 HP, so he should be careful.
Yeah, using a lot of the B shooter here just to keep damage going, but not as risky as having the spread all the time at the face of the domino.
Yeah, good thing for him is that he still has that 1 extra HP on number 8. As the Potato now goes to fight the King Dice himself. Yeah, King Dice fight is not a really hard one. Just parry the cards, use some EXs on his face. If you have the HP, you can actually take damage and then refresh your EX to spread the EXs. But I guess in the race scenario, both of them are just now going to be doing it as Potato gets the knockout.
Yeah, I think 1 spread per card attack seems good enough for a race.
Yeah, Potato getting... By the way, Potato got a 210 on a King Dice, and from what I understand, that is his personal best on that fight. I think he told me that 212 is the best he has gotten on King Dice. So getting a 210 in a race scenario against Luigi, that is pretty insane for Potato.
Yep. Yeah, exactly like ATC is saying in the chat right now. It seems that it's only the devil, the one that can't save Luigi right now. This is Potato's race to win right now.
Yeah, as Potato is on the devil, he got some really good RNG so far. Potato is having a really amazing race overall. The only unfortunate thing is the Goopy death, though. So far in the devil, oh, I was about to say he got good RNG, but then he gets the Spire attack. I guess Commendator's curse once again.
Yeah, that attack, as you could see, is not bad because it could damage you, but it's because it's slow. You cannot keep the damage going when that attack is coming up. And Luigi here in the devil as well.
Yeah, this
oh man,
is really close.
this is a close race, man.
It really comes down to a few seconds in this one. And Potato needs to clutch, I guess, the devil fight. He gets hit there by the axe. That's really unfortunate by him. Let's see how he does in the third phase, which is by far the hardest one.
Oh, he's got another damage right there. But he's now in the third phase. I think
he gets the knockout.
He gets the knockout.
To Potato. He gets the winner, Luigi. Potato, I believe, had an insane race overall. Even with the Spider attack, he gets a 119 on the devil. So that is pretty impressive for Potato. Really amazing race from him. As Luigi moves to the second phase now of the devil, he gets down to the hell. And boy, man, that race was insanely good.
Oh, I didn't like that race. It was too close.
Oh, Potato!
We got Potato here.
Random Potato joins for an interview.
Well, Potato appeared in the commentary.
Hello.
Potato, as Luigi is fighting now the devil on the third phase, can you tell us a little bit of your race?
It was kind of a blur. I know I died at Goopy at the start, which was really kind of bad, but then there was a lot of time saves I got throughout the run, which kind of brought me back.
Sorry to interrupt you. Luigi, finish the race. GG's for everyone.
I think Luigi said he can't commentate because his parents are asleep, unless he can sneak in here. Yeah, that's what he told me.
I'll try to see what's if he can do an interview in the meantime. Continue about your race.
Yeah, eventually it was just like, what is happening? I'm racing, something's happening, and it's I'm at the devil now. I was, of all the bosses to like take a life on, Goopy was probably on the lowest of my list. I was expecting either Grim or the train was gonna kill me, and at that point I was like, he's gonna win it if I die on either of those. But that was extremely close.
Well, from all the bosses that could have killed you, Goopy was definitely
it was definitely the best one. Because I think I only lost like 20 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. And then you were killing the next bosses like super fast and cutting.
Yeah, like a lot of them I was like, okay, I just need to get like slightly underneath my average for each boss to like really keep pace. And then a lot of them was like, okay, this is my best time. It's like, okay, what's happening? I was really surprised with Phantom Express, because I honestly expected to either die there or just get a really bad time. But yeah, that was insanely close. Luigi, if you're still in chat, man, that was a really good race.
It was indeed. At one point on the dragon fight, both of you went to the third phase of the dragon at the same time. So
yeah, whenever I was peeking in, I saw it's like, okay, we're basically going in pretty much at the same frame. Like it was really close.
That unfortunate death on Rumor Hand Buttons cost Luigi there, but nevertheless, I think both you and Luigi had an incredible race.
He had a death? Oh.
Yeah, at Rumor Hand Buttons.
Okay. I assumed he just got like really bad RNG, because when I looked over, he was only just finishing that boss, so I was like, maybe he took it extremely safe.
He was expecting that if dodging the platform, the bullet if he gets the middle pattern in the beat, he would actually dodge the bullet, but the bullet actually hit him.
Where it just skims the top of your head, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
God, my hand's like shaking right now.
I gotta say, you had not only like an incredible race. I think you made a lot of goals, as you said, right?
Yeah, like originally I only intended to make it this far in the tournament before dropping. Because I figured at this point it's like, okay, I'm gonna face against Luigi, and unless he has like a really bad day or just happens to like fall into a coma, I'm not gonna win.
Yeah. There were a lot of fights. You personal best on King Dice, right? I remember you said
Yeah.
212.
My personal best is only like 214, or at least in my previous one, and now I got like a 210.
Yeah. Did the hard RNG make you play a little bit more aggressive there? Do you think that was the case?
I guess, yeah. You could see I went for the reset because there was none there and I really didn't want to take a chance. And then when I saw that I had 2, I decided, you know what, I can go for like really pushing up forward.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if I had gotten 1, I probably would have just played it safe and probably just gotten another like 210 or something.
Yep.
Or not 210, but 214. But yeah, that was an insanely close race. GG to Luigi. I need to watch the VOD of that because it seems like from what people were saying, like it was pretty much like only 5 seconds apart for the most part, and then the death happened and I pulled ahead.
It was really funny because your unfortunate death on Goopy, as you said, wasn't really that big of a deal. You know, from all the deaths you can get from
because I think I lost maybe like 10 to 20 seconds, whereas other ones where if you get to like the final phase, because that's basically where I was at with Goopy. Yeah. Like most of the time you lose like a minute, it's like there you lose like not even anything.
And from then you saved time in pretty much every single boss fight from Luigi. You were saving 1, 2, even 3 seconds in some boss fights. In every fight, up until I think the robot where Luigi...
Yeah, that's...
Because he had the bombs, got a better time.
I knew I had to really try to like push myself with a lot of the bosses with doing some riskier strats, because I knew the moment I got to Robot, if I wasn't ahead of him, he was just going to pull ahead and I wouldn't be able to catch him. Because then at that point, we'd probably be racing about the same speed, and he'd just be ahead at that point.
So, Potato, now you're going into the winner's final. You're gonna face.
I thought it was the semi. No, it's the tournament final. So yeah.
Oh,
winner's
yeah.
final.
You're going into the winner's final, and yeah, you're gonna face against the winner from Welliso or Caleva. What do you think about that?
It'll definitely be an interesting race. It'll be nice to see if Welliso can pull off another upset.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's been on a streak lately, so we'll have to see what he can do. That match should be really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, both of the runs are really good. Like they have improved a lot in this category. Caleva recently got a top 3 run as well, sub 33. His own pace of getting a really good time again.
Yeah, definitely.
And Welliso has been, well, he's a veteran, I guess. I can say in Cuphead speedruns, he has been around for many months.
Yeah, he's part of the old guard.
Yeah, he has been from the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. So he has experience, I guess. But yeah, everyone Potato's waiting for his opponent. This is not the end for Luigi, though. For everyone who in chat who is Team Luigi, Luigi is moving to the losers bracket where he's waiting for his opponent. It's going to take a little bit of time. Luigi's opponent is either going to be the Mexican runner or Mr. Dino or myself, one of the 3 gentlemen, I guess. I don't know if I can say that. Yeah.
I think Cole and Orange, he's also there still.
Yeah, Cole and Orange, they face whoever wins that match faces Jason, and then whoever finishes that goes to the losers semifinal. So
yeah, everyone who enjoyed the race, make sure you tune into the races tomorrow as well. I don't have the schedule up, but I believe that the first match of tomorrow is going to be between me and Mr. Dino, actually. So this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, we're going to meet in a race now instead of only commentating.
Yeah, we've only been to the commentary.
Yeah, I'll probably be commentating that match, so...
Nice. So yeah, the first match tomorrow, for everyone who is interested, is going to be at 12 p.m. EDT. It's going to be between Mr. Dino and myself. And later that day at 5 p.m. is going to be the match between the Cole and Orange Puddings. Any last thoughts before we close the stream?
Not really. Shout out to like the 3 people in chat that had confidence in me that weren't just Team Luigi. Because that was the thing I was looking at. I kept on looking over. It's like, okay, who's ahead? And I looked in chat, and it's like, oh, Luigi. It's like, oh, come on, man. I'm trying my best out here. But no, in all seriousness, it was a really good race. GG to Luigi again. And I hope everyone enjoyed. I think it was like the closest race we've had in the tournament so far.
There you go. Someone in chat says Team Potato.
I think it was definitely.
There's my buddy Jackal. Of course, he's in there.
I think it was definitely one of the closest ones.
Yeah, just hearing about the fact that apparently, like in certain boss fights, we were basically on like 1 to a half second apart going into certain phases. Like that's just amazing.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All right,
Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. GG to both runners once again. Thank you, Mr. Dino, for being here for the
An
commentary.
honor as always, 2C+. Thanks a lot, everybody that tuned in. Well, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, everyone, take care. Bye.